actually in week 4. 4. I just realized that this morning. Pardon me. Let's just take a minute to get settled and where we're at and why we're here. And I'm so grateful that you're here with me and that I'm here. So my name's Deborah O'Neill. I'm the founder and CEO of BlissBee.me, Integratable Holistic Health. I'm a certified holistic practitioner. I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing. If you have any ailments, please see your personal physician, a practitioner, general practitioner. I'm here because I care and I want to share, and hopefully it adds value to your life. So we've been working with the emotional body. First we built the container, so there is replays available. So if you haven't seen them, please, and you want to participate in this on a regular basis, please do catch up so that you've set that container for your body so that you can make the best progress you can moving forward. And also learning to the ground centering and aligning and the regulating, boundaries, we've personal values. We've covered so much stuff to get to this place to work with the emotional body, because that's how important it is. Just want to show you again my funny little drawing of the 2 vortexes. One is going up. That is our evolution. That's working with hopefulness, optimism, positive expectation, belief, enthusiasm, up to passion. And then, of course, the top being working with our higher self, which is joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, appreciation, and my ultimate favorite, bliss. Then we've got the evolution side, and that's working down. That's when we're working with different things like the stuff that's going to challenge us, the boredom, the frustration, irritation, impatience, pessimism, overwhelm, doubt, blame, anger, hatred, rage, jealousy, revenge, and the deepest is the fear, the grief, the depression, the powerlessness, and the victim. That really puts the stop sign on us moving forward in our greatest ability in life. This is the little dude that I have where we want to witness. We don't want to go into the hamster wheel of all the disparity and fear. We want to witness that, and we want to maintain our toolkit of creation for ourselves. And this being here is helping with, that's the whole objective for me to give to you, to help you to create a toolkit for yourself. So things that we did was regulating the nervous system, and always, like, it's not just a one-time deal. It's like always regulating, always having that greater awareness, that higher consciousness of where am I at right now in the present moment. So, and then we talked about all the aspects. So it's the physical, the mental, the emotional, the physical, which runs in this vortex. So we want to make sure all those whole being parts of us are vibrating at that higher level, that we're paying attention to all those aspects of our life. And the relational being our relationship to spirit, our relationship to self, our relationship to others, our relationship to our environment, our relationship to our world, and how we can manage all those environments and stay in that higher place where we still have freedom, even though we're in isolation, where we still have joy in every single moment because it's here. It's just a matter of checking in where we're at, noticing if we're having joy or not, and making the decision to have joy. So, so that's where we've. It's a little recap of where we've been for this past week in the emotional part of the body, and then we're working our way up the body. So we started with the physical, the container, moved up into the emotional, and we will be in time to come moving up into the third area, which is fire. So all these different elements that are within the body: earth, water, fire, and it's also working with the mental, because the mental is part of our fire. So to get ourselves revved up and in a position of self-acceptance and bring in some will to get some stuff done. Stop being a couch potatoes and going, hey, this is an opportunity and I signed up for life and I want to be a part of life. And in order to do that, we need to know what our vision is, where we're going, where we want to go. Just a reminder, the imagination, the mind doesn't know the difference between dreams and reality. So take this time while we're in our own little spaces and just walk around like you're in that dream, in that dream. What is that? And turn on all your senses. Turn on, this is a sensory project, this life. And I think that's part of the problem. I think sometimes we turn off our senses. We turn off those, the physical pains. We turn off the mental pains. We turn off the emotional pains. We turn off the relational pains. And you can't really turn them off. Can't really turn them off. We can acknowledge them and support that part of our inner being, whether it's our inner child or our inner self or that part of us that's sad. And let's work with that. I invite you to give your body permission to work with that. And on just this primary basic level that we're working at right now. So let's feel our feet on the floor, and as we work through some of this emotional stuff, it's important to work from a grounded, centered, aligned place. So let's really feel our feet on the floor and feel our sit bones on our seat, and acknowledge the seat that's holding us up. Because that's part of our safety. If we were in a wobbly seat, I don't think we'd be able to do the same work. We want to be in a seat that we are well seated in, and we can feel those sit bones and connection. We want our feet on the floor, all 4 points of our feet on the floor, and feeling that connection to the earth. All 4 points are the 2 balls of your feet and the 2 points on the heel, and then you feel your toes in. It's like the yoga toes. You sort of spread them and grasp them onto the earth. And I check in with our breath. Where is your breath? Allow it to come to the lower abdomen, working with the 4-pointed breath. Good morning, Carl. Welcome. Just going into our grounding, centering, aligning. Now feel the breath come up 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's important to really work it to get to this ribs, the side of the ribs, and just feel the movement. And then on the exhale, allow that to come in, and 3, 2, 1. You might want to leave your hand there while we're working through this, and that sort of is an indicator, a communication to your body that that's where you want the breath to be. We've been working with the hand placement when we go into the meditation with our left hand down and our right hand on top and our thumbs attached, not attached, but touching. That's said to be working with our concentration as well. And if that's not comfortable, you can hold all fingers tips together. This is more sort of activating the energy systems of the body. You see a lot of speakers do this when they're speaking. There's a reason behind that. It's kind of works with all the synapses in the brain and activates the energy system in the body. And it's calming. It's almost like another external strength. Mudras are an external strength and an internal strength. Okay, let's send those feet down, those etheric feet, those roots. Let's let them whoosh down to the center of the earth. And allow those etheric feet or tree roots to wrap themselves around that central crystalline core, that powerhouse of Mother Earth, and allow her to share this energy with our bodies, your body. Allow it to come up the legs and feel it. Turn on all your sensories. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it sticky? Is it tingly? Is it smooth? What color is it today? Is it following the norm and being red? And allow this red energy, this Mother Earth energy, to come up into the central channel. And let's engage our central channel. Permission to move. Permission to receive this energy. Permission to heal. Permission to be in this stillness. Let's put up the do not disturb sign on our forehead. Bring it up into our shoulders and our hands. Whoosh, right into our hands. What do your hands feel like? And up into the head. Fill that beautiful Mother Earth energy into the head. And allow it to come out the crown and spill all outside the external part of the body. Can you feel that? You know, is there one part of it that you can feel and one part that you can't feel? There's no right or wrong. It's simply your awareness. And then if you can't feel it, on a windy day, stand outside with a t-shirt on and see if you can just experience the wind on your arms. And then find little ways that you can attune yourself to these different sensory experiences. It's just because they've been turned off for a little while. They're there. They just need to be, it's a remembering. A lot of times when I have my clients here for in-person treatments, when they're on the table, it's like, let's take this time to allow the body to remember the pathways. We've got energy, we've got an upper triple warmer, our shoulders up to, when we get to that fire area, it all connects with that fire area. And then we've got another triple warmer of energy, which goes from our fire area down to our hips. We've got these two triangles in the body. So and it's a matter of reminding the body that the legs are attached, because often one of the biggest things is that we don't ground. We forget that the lower extremities need all this oxygen. And that's why exercise is so important, is because it gives a pure oxygenation of the whole body. And then we just, after exercising, we may be thoroughly exhausted, but the body is going, ah, singing. I sang again on video. That's crazy. I'm getting way too comfortable in this little space all by myself, or else I'm just getting a little crazier. Alrighty, let's go back. Let's take this fine line to divine. So let's work our hara line right down into the center of the earth, through the center of the body, through the head, and up to divine, source, creator, universe, higher self, you call it. Do not get distracted. Go straight up through our solar system, into the galaxies, into the cosmos, this fine line. And we can always center into this alignment too. It's like moving the body back and forth and side to side. And in time, you'll find that you'll have a spot that you just kind of lock into. You might even have a little click. Like if you move your head, you might just get this little click. It's really quite interesting. And grounding, it's just another awareness. It's simply a awareness of where we're at, and then it works with our truth. It's like, yeah, I know that I'm grounded. Yeah, it's not a fallacy. It's not woo-woo. It's truth. And we work with our truth. And once we start working with our truth, we get stronger. We get grounded into our thoughts. And your thoughts matter. They're real. Your reality is real. Your perception of your reality is real. And it's your birthright to have that reality, whatever it may be. Let's engage the breath again. We're going to prepare for our outro. So I'm going to walk through a few more questions for self-felt sense, and then I'll be quiet for 2 to 3 minutes at the end. And we'll close with a namaste and a beautiful offering card. Let's take a walk in our body. I always like to start from the top. Let's make sure that we're fully engaged in our breath. And if for any reason you have a heightened emotion, then please remember the regulating of the feet or the hands on the thighs. or the rocking on the body. And if you haven't experienced this in the previous videos, I invite you to go back. It's called Regulating. The episodes have a little brief descriptor of what we covered. And it's very, very important for you to be stable. And as we move into this, just a reminder, we're going from the witness consciousness. We're not going inside that vortex. We're staying on the edge of that vortex, of whatever that feeling is within the body, whatever part of the body is asking for more attention in this brief moment in time. And nothing may arise. We might just want to clear out the cobwebs and walk in gratitude through this beautiful organism that we and you have been gifted. I and you have been gifted. Good morning, Joni. Welcome. And truly just go ever so slowly. Ever so slowly. And this vastness of the body. This internal journey. Really pay attention to the inward journey of your body. And ask if there's anything that needs some attention today. And if it does, please bring your hand to that area. And that's the first creation of awareness. You're co-creating this inner intelligence, this communication. Although the body can't talk, it does talk. The body speaks. One of a famous psychologist's books. The body speaks, the body remembers. And just place your hand there and create some space. We're not hovering or over it. We're creating acknowledgement and we're creating space for whatever it is that needs to show up. You might want to greet that part of your body. Thank you. I'm listening. Thank you for showing up today. And ask what it needs. See if you can get a picture. Does it have an image? Does it have a color, a taste, or a smell? Put on all your sensories. We're going to live the rest of our life in sensory. Promise? We're not going to turn off our senses. It's our birthright to feel. And see what it's saying. Does it have a word for you? Color is often the first sensory that's easiest for us to pick up. Maybe easy for you to pick up. So if it has a color, or what does it need to heal? What does it need to heal? Is it love? Is it attention? What is it that it needs to heal? Space. And then ask, well, what color is love? What color is that word? What is that color of that word? Or what does love look like? What is love? It's best to keep it as simple. Just take it to a color. If it's given you a color or a word, then we take that into our strength. Our healing power is our oxygenation to that area. And the comfort of our energy that emits through our hands on that point in our body. That's our self-healing. That's our self-love. And breathe in that color. If you've gotten to the point where there's a color, I'd love to know if You can put it up now into the live, or send me a direct message. I'm here to work with you. I also offer distance work and subconscious work with Psych-K. I have guidance calls, anything that works for you. My services can be found on the left-hand side of my Facebook page. And if it's just a quick question, I can answer it over direct messaging, anything that's needed. How's that going? I'm working with the color green right now on my liver, it seems. And if you think that you're working with an organ, remember they're very fragile. So we're not doing anything or pushing, or we're not putting any of our will into this. We're staying out of the mental and into the ears. We're listening in an internal voice. We don't try to make up what's going on here. So really pay attention whether you're going into your mental mind. We're not there. We're not in the mental realm. We're in the emotional realm right now. We want to stay in that feeling, sensory area. Now bring yourself back to your sit bones and back to yourself, to your feet on your floor. Re-engage your breath. And be in gratitude for the experience that you just experienced, however that experience was. It's where you're supposed to, where you are is where you're supposed to be. This is not necessarily, this is not the Audubon. It's really cute because in a workshop, I'll say if I'm going too quickly on something, Audubon, so it's like, okay, I need to slow down, take the foot off the gas and coast through this, go with the flow. And hopefully you got to the place where you felt that there was a shift. You might want to go back in and just check with that area and see how that area is. Is there anything else that area needs? It's also a good idea to try to get a number in the front end, but sometimes you get into that communication and you don't remember all that, and that's okay. And let the body know that you're here now. You're not going anywhere anymore. You're back, you're present, and you're going to stay present as best you can. Let's bring it into the lower abdomen breath. And I want you to know that when you do this work, the whole body is repatterning. So be gentle with yourself, please. If you have an opportunity to go for a walk after this, go for a walk. If you have an opportunity just to lay down and take another 5 minutes. Immediately after this, I go stand outside in the sun and I do like a little sun bath, and it's like I'm having the sun for breakfast. And I just stand there and I do a little stretch and I breathe it all in, and so grateful for the experience of this with you. And so much gratitude. Let's bring in our mantra, so hum, or love, love I am. Inhaling on the so, exhaling on the hum. How is your mantra meditation coming? I'd love to know. Send me a note. And if you find value, please share. Hold a different card today. Let's see what the cards come up for us. So the offering today is balance. Perfect balance. One of the most important conditions of a growing peace. Perfect balance. One of the most important conditions of a growing peace. One cannot overcome one's desires by making oneself weak, but only in strength, balance, and peace. One cannot overcome one's desires by making oneself weak, but only in strength, balance, and peace. Yeah. So let's find our strength, balance, and peace today. And then we're in a place where we can overcome some of our desires. And some of our desires might be to see our family, to be able to be outside and connecting with other humans, going to work, getting back to some level of normalcy, whatever that is going to return to. Hopefully it'll be better. I have the notion it'll be better than what it was when we went into this. So strength, balance, and peace. Lean into that, and I invite you to take someone with you on that journey. And I love you. Make it a great day. Thank you for being here.